Good morning, my darlings, and welcome to another vlog. Heatless curls attempt number 2 with the silk wrappy sausage item, and I actually don't know which is better, this or my first attempt. I think the curls are better this time. I mean, that is like a perfect curl right there, but as you can see, I dropped the ball a little bit on the ends and they're a little bit zigzaggy, a little bit crazy, but maybe if I put some oil in. So if you watch to the end of the last vlog, you'll have seen that I did the crazy hairstyle and then slept in it. I actually didn't find it hard to sleep at all. Because this is so squidgy, it was just absolutely fine to sleep on. So we will continue, we will persevere. So you might be able to see some clothing hung up behind me. I placed a Net-a-Porter order last week, and I managed to get loads of Zimmermann pieces in the sale, which is great. So I might try some of those pieces on with you a little bit later today, but seeing as it is a lovely blue sky day, I would like to do a little bit of filming for a Sunday fashion video today. So I'm gonna film the video today that you guys will have seen last Sunday, because I'm actually ahead with the vlogs, hallelujah. I'm trying to get ahead because, as you may know if you are following me on Instagram, when you're watching this, I'm currently away on a US road trip with Freddie. I'm so excited. I can't wait to just experience something new. I feel like it's going to be a real adventure. We're starting off by going to Charleston, and I've just booked and confirmed the first hotel this morning, and it's just such a gorgeous place. It's got an amazing huge roof terrace. I've been watching non-stop videos about Charleston, learning about the history. It has so much history. I think one of the most historical places in the US, which I think is just absolutely fascinating, and I think it's going to be so beautiful. So I'm fingers crossed for lovely weather. At the moment the forecast is showing like nice, fairly mild spring kind of weather. So yeah, that's basically the reason for my Net-a-Porter order. But at the moment I'm just kind of brainstorming what to film for Sunday. You might have noticed in my last few fashion videos that I felt like I've kind of... This sounds a little bit dramatic, but I feel like in a way I lost my personal style a little bit lately. I always do struggle in winter because my style is quite feminine, and I do often find that really hard to get across in winter. But now that the temperatures are slowly but surely starting to warm up and I can start wearing lovely dresses again, this one is absolutely gorgeous. It's this beautiful green and white pattern. I love a shirred bodice, just makes it super comfortable. I wish the neckline was square instead of rounded. I think the rounded neckline maybe dates it a little bit. But this is one of those brands that is not like uber expensive designer, but more on the kind of like luxury high street price point, which Net-a-Porter do have a lot of as well. Gosh, I went on a bit of a tangent there. Basically, so my video idea, I can't even get your feedback because by the time you watch this, it will already have gone live, is how to revitalize your style for spring. Sometimes I film these videos almost to like do the research myself because it's something that I want to learn or to, you know, practice a little bit more. And then as I'm learning, I film the video to share with you guys in the hope that maybe some of you are in the same kind of position, maybe feeling like you have lost your way a little bit fashion-wise. I certainly do feel like that. Like I look back at my old pictures. It was actually when I was filming last Sunday's video, which was how I'm styling my least worn items in my wardrobe. It actually made me really sad because there were some really lovely outfits in that, like the pink midi skirt, and I just thought, I don't wear things like this anymore, which is a shame because that's such a Josie outfit. So I feel like I need to just almost get myself out. I don't always need to be wearing countryside appropriate outfits. Like I can still wear lovely dresses, but yeah, winter, I'm really going on a tangent. Let me know if you guys feel the same, like getting in a bit of a style rut lately. But yeah, hopefully this video will freshen things up a little bit. So even though it's blue skies, I'm gonna get my ring light out, set my camera up, and yeah, I'll keep you posted. God, I've been filming for 8 minutes and I've just been rambling about absolutely nothing. At least you know I'm feeling better now. A quick full length of this dress, excuse the clothes and the suitcase. Gosh, I don't know about this hair, you know, I think I need to It's quite like a messy wave. But yeah, this is the dress. It's the most gorgeous lightweight material. I love the pattern. It's just a deep green, beautiful green colour with this gorgeous white floral, which is such a beautiful contrast. On the table here, I've just started like pulling out those kind of tech essentials for traveling. Yep, I'm going to take my little mini ring light just in case I need to shoot anything, some adapters, my tripod, battery pack, memory. Ooh, I'm such a plonker. I've been taking a memory card reader with me everywhere that I go, and I didn't realise that my new laptop has a built-in memory card reader. What a silly sausage. And then I've put a load of my face halos to the side as well to take with me. Hello again, darlings. So we are in kind of professional filming setup. I've just left the camera on the tripod after filming my Sunday video, which ended up being a little bit of just like me spieling out whatever was in my head about fashion tips. So I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit about finding your style again after lockdown, and revitalizing your wardrobe, and just general like top level tips on how to be stylish. Oh, something feels really cold. But I was just wearing one outfit throughout the whole video. It was more just like a chatty one. So now I'm trying on the bits that were in my Net-a-Porter order. Net-a-Porter order. It's like a tongue twister. And a lot of these, as I mentioned, are sale pieces. So I thought I would, sorry, I need to figure out what, maybe just like a lacy bra under this. And I'm styling them with bits that are already in my wardrobe. So I'm mixing old with the new. Can't remember off the top of my head which of these bits are in the sale. I think all of them. But I'll leave everything linked down below in case they are still in stock. So, did I mention already that I'm probably going to be away when you're watching this? I think I did. So a lot of these I am kind of in my head planning outfits for our American road trip, which you guys all know by now. We are starting off in Charleston, which I'm so excited about, and Charleston is very pink, which is great. So pink was very much on my radar, as it always is for these outfits, and these trousers were the first thing that I've tried on from my order. And let's bring you down a little bit. Only thing I would say is that of course they're like a linen material, so the second I sit down, whether that's in a car or for breakfast, they are going to crease, so that's something to consider. The fit of them is just absolutely lovely. I love how high-waisted they are. I just think they're a really nice, smart trouser, and yet still fun and feminine and girly. So everything that I love, basically. I'd probably style them with a little basket bag like this one, or my Prada bag. Maybe this is too much pink, I'm not sure. Perhaps the plain style basket bag goes a little bit better, but I think this is a really great outfit. If we're going anywhere where I need to be a little bit more covered up, then this is perfect. Footwear wise, I will probably have actually ordered some sandals from River Island, which I'm quite hopeful will be really versatile for the trip. I love that they're kind of flared at the bottom as well. Yeah, absolutely in love with these. There was a matching top as well, but they didn't have my size, which is a shame, but I think the trousers are definitely a keeper. Okay, next up is this Zimmermann crop top, and I did actually buy this when it was full price and then decided that it was too expensive, but I loved it. Back then I also got it with the matching skirts, which makes it look like a dress, which is beautiful, but sadly the skirt is no longer in stock. So I always kind of imagined when I was buying it that I would wear it with a white bottom, whether that's a skirt or trousers. Now these trousers, sadly, I'm going to have to move to another home because they're actually too small for me now, but I think you get the vibe of how this outfit would look. I think it's really beautiful. If I was going to Seville in Spain, I think this would just be absolutely gorgeous. I love that it's wrap style. You can really make it fit you absolutely perfectly. Love the elastication around the sleeves, makes it quite voluminous. I think with a little skirt it'd be so fun as well. It's a shame that the trousers don't fit. I mean, they do. They do fit, they just feel a little bit tight, and I feel as though they look a little bit small as well. You know, when someone would look at it and be like, oh, she should have gone for the size up. So I think I'm going to try and find this pair of trousers again. These are from Reiss, but a couple of years ago, but in a size that actually fits me. But yeah, I think now that this top is, I think it's something like 60% off the original price. I think it is definitely a keeper. Nice to have something a little bit different colour-wise in my wardrobe as well. I think if you are looking for ways of like jazzing up maybe white denim. That's a good shout actually. I think anything thicker than denim wouldn't really work because this is quite summery. So I think the bottoms need to be quite lightweight material as well, but yeah, big fan of this. So another one here that I definitely need your opinion because I'm 50-50. I do love a white dress and the silhouette of this one is absolutely gorgeous. I've got a little slip-on underneath that came with it with the Prada basket bag. Very, very cute. Do I need another white dress? No, but I love them. Again, I'm thinking about our trip. I really adore this shape of the sleeves. It's a little bit tighter up at the top and then you've got this like globe of volume, which I think is fabulous. It's got a kind of leaf floral pattern on the rather sheer overlay. Lengthwise, gorgeous. Do I need... See, the waist is really high and there's something quite historical, I was going to say, about the neckline where it's all ultra ruffly. It's giving me slight Pirates of the Caribbean vibes, which is quite appropriate given the mariner history of Charleston. I think again it's going to depend on the price, so I'm going to go back to my emails and see how much it was, and if it was good for a Zimmermann dress then I think I'm going to keep it, because yeah, I do wear white dresses a lot, so I feel like I will get a lot of wear out of something as beautiful as this. Okay, I'm just taking a brief break from the clothing to pack up some of my essentials. When something comes into my mind, I need to pack it. So I've just been packing up all my chargers, all my spare batteries, memory cards, etc. for my cameras. Something else which is an essential for when I travel, which is not a physical product, is my Surfshark VPN. I'm so happy to be working with them again this year. Thank you, Surfshark. So if you haven't heard me talking about Surfshark before, or if you don't know what it is, Surfshark is a VPN, virtual private network, and it's essentially this kind of barrier between your device and the internet. So what that means, it's kind of twofold. For me personally, the most important and exciting thing is that it means you can place your device anywhere in the world. When you download Surfshark, you can scroll through hundreds of countries and literally pick where you want your device to think that it is. So really useful, particularly when traveling. If you are wanting to keep up with a specific TV program, there are some series that Charlie and I are watching at the moment, which I'm not sure if I'll be able to access them when I'm in the US. But Surfshark means that I can just turn my laptop to think that it is still in the UK and it'll be as though nothing has changed. But also what it means is that you do have this extra layer of security. So if you're using a Wi-Fi network in a cafe or a hotel or an airport when you're abroad, it just adds that extra layer of security. It means that all of your data is actually encrypted. It blocks any phishing attempts. It acts as an ad blocker. So essentially just adds that extra layer of security, which is obviously really important always, but especially when you're traveling and you're maybe not on your home Wi-Fi. So even if I'm out and about in the UK, I can still access everything that I need to, but if I am on a public Wi-Fi, then I'll just turn my Surfshark on. It takes a matter of seconds. It's literally in the top of my browser, and it just means I can rest assured that everything that I'm doing is not being tracked, to give you that little bit of peace of mind. But travel, of course, is opening up this year, so I'm probably going to download a load of stuff to watch on the plane, but then Freddie and I love to watch films before bed when we travel together. So just in case our options are limited, or actually it's probably going to be the other way around, we're probably going to have so many options to watch when we're in America on American TV, then I'm going to come back to the UK having half watched a film, because I always fall asleep like an hour before Freddie. I can continue watching the film that I started watching in America when I'm back in the UK. So if there are some films on Netflix, for example, which are available in the US but not in the UK, and we start watching them when I'm out there, I can turn on my Surfshark when I get back home and catch up on the film that no doubt I slept through the ending of the first time round. So as I did last year, darlings, I do have a discount code, which is Mumblr. I'll leave it on the screen here and linked down below, which will get you 83% off and 3 months extra for free. Check it out if you haven't already got it. And what other essentials do I need? Adapter plugs. There's so many more essentials that you need these days with COVID. I need to top up my hand sanitizer spray, make sure I've got enough masks, because I think they are still, or at least I hope they are still very hot on masks in the US at the moment. Adapter plugs. I used to have a list on my phone of essentials not to forget when traveling. I feel like that'll be very outdated. I feel quite out of practice. Gosh, my tummy is rumbling. I think before I do any more outfits, I'm gonna go and stick another croissant in the Aga and have some brunch. So this next one was very much the wild card, the underdog, and when I got it out of the packaging, I thought, oh my goodness, it's just absolutely ginormous, it's much too big. So what I've done is cinch this dress in around the waist with this belt, which is actually from one of my old Zimmermann play suits, and I think it needed this kind of style of belt, like a raffia, as opposed to a more structured leather. It just goes with it a little bit more. Does it fit me 100% perfectly? I'm not sure. It does feel quite oversized, but then I think I like that about it. So this is actually Valentino, and therefore, can't remember exactly what I paid for it in the sale, but I'm pretty sure it would still have been very expensive. So it does need to be perfect. However, what I would say, I'm really talking myself into this, is that it is the kind of dress that I love to wear on a daily basis when I'm here at home in springtime. It's the kind of dress that I can see myself getting a lot of wear out of. And also, these are very annoying, also the perfect dress for Charleston as well. So I'd love to know what you guys think. I think the length is really elegant. I love the A-line silhouette. I think the sleeves definitely look better pulled up. I've just popped some heels on with it. The only weird thing, it very much needs this cinching in the waist, but it does have a drawstring. Let me show you what it looks like without the belt. So I think if I was to belt it, I'd probably have to pull the string out of the drawstring. I mean, look at this shape. If you like a loose silhouette, that's maybe fine, but personally, I prefer something more fitted, but even if I cinch the belt all the way in, I mean, to be fair, that doesn't look that bad. I just think it definitely looks better with the belt. It has, of course, got pockets. The material is quite thick as well, so I think it'll be perfect for the weather in America. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more I'm falling in love with it as well. The pattern, the material, I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. So, price dependent, I need to look at my email receipt. I think this might be another winner. Well, this is a huge shame because I love this skirt. I love how it's elasticated around the waistband. It's nice, you can pair it with a fairly plain and easy white top, but I'm having to hold it in by a good, I would say, 4 inches. So, I mean, look, size-wise, I thought I'd got my size. Oh no, UK 10, US 6. I don't know how I managed that. Don't know why I thought this would fit me. Maybe they sent me the wrong size. I am gonna go back on the site and see if they do have this in my size, because it's the kind of thing that I know, I feel like I'm saying this a lot, but it's the kind of thing that I know I will wear. I love anything with an elasticated waistband. And it is kind of classic Josie style with it being a midi skirt, but just, you know, a slightly more fresh and updated version. I love how it's quite stiff, so it really pokes out. But yeah, sadly, it's like wearing a hot air balloon on me. Sadly, it is just far too big for me, so I'm gonna have to return this. Fingers crossed they've got it in my size. Okay, so I've kept the same top on. This skirt you may recognise because I actually borrowed this skirt. I had it on loan for the 3rd day of Ben and Robin's wedding back in September last year. And then I saw it come into the sale and I thought I did love that skirt, but I'm just not sure if it's the kind of piece that I want in my wardrobe forever, if that makes sense. I feel like it is the kind of piece which actually maybe is better off being rented, because it is quite statement. And literally in the video that I just filmed that you'll have seen on Sunday, I literally said don't buy things you're only going to wear once. And I'm just not sure how often I'd wear this. It looked so lovely with the blouse that I wore it with at the wedding. Looks really cute, of course, with the Prada bag. And yes, it is the perfect Charleston outfit, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it was still quite expensive. It's got a lot of detail. The actual skirt is almost like petals. And then you've got this embellished waist belt. Yeah, even looking at it here, it's a bit hippie. There's just too many reasons why not to keep it, unfortunately. So as much as I love it, I think this is another one that I'm going to send back. Just going to show you this one quickly like this, and then I'm going to head down and put my croissant in the Aga. So these trousers, I think these are actually full price. I think they're current season Zimmermann from Net-a-Porter. Obviously, I could style with either of the two white tops that I've already shared with you, the kind of blouse style, which is Reese last year, still haven't worn it yet, and the also from Reese tank top with the square neckline, but I wanted to try a more transitional styling. Sorry about all my junk. That's my eye mask and my tech stuff for taking on the aeroplane, but I thought I'd try it with some more kind of knitwear-y styling to see how it would be if it was slightly chillier. I kind of like it. I think it looks nice with the knitwear tucked in. This is from And Other Stories. I really like the little feminine ruffle detail on the sleeves. I guess what I could do is put the Reese square tank top underneath, and then if and when it warms up I can take it off. I could always have this cardigan over my shoulders, but yeah, I do like this as another outfit option. And again, with a nice little straw basket bag. I've got these shoes on my Bottega dupes from River Island. Maybe you guys can help me remember, did I not buy these? This is so tragic that I can't even remember. I'm sure I had these in like a straw raffia. But can I find them? No, and I'm just kind of craving them with every single outfit. I'm sure I bought them in a raffia style, but I can't find them anywhere. So if you guys know for sure that I did have them, please let me know. Because, yeah, where are they? I only have two places that I keep my shoes. That cupboard, and they're not in there. No. I've just tried pulling the straps down on this dress that I was wearing earlier. I think I'm going to wear this for the rest of the day. I'm going to continue doing it, trying on new bits and packing, maybe tomorrow actually. I'm getting a bit exhausted, which is quite tragic to say. Charlie and I have actually got to head to Oxford just after lunch. I have got a hospital appointment for endometriosis related bits. I'm going to give you an update on that later. But yes, I'm going to wear this for the rest of the day. I'm obviously going to need some nice layering bits. So should I wear a cardigan or maybe just a nice wool wrap coat? But when it starts to get nice and sunny, good to see that I can wear it off the shoulders as another nice option. I've just come downstairs to make some lunch. Looks like Charlie has bought some salads from Quince and Clover. I've also got some all plants bits, which I think I'm gonna supplement this with because I'm feeling ultra hungry this morning. Didn't actually have any breakfast, which is probably why. Anyway, had this really lovely delivery from Nest, New York, and I have seen people raving about these candles. They have some really unusual, lovely holders, which I'm definitely going to use as maybe even like drinking goblets or something in my greenhouse. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to get the greenhouse. I'm so excited. Or makeup brush holders. The candle itself is actually, look at my sunbathing sausages. You are solar powered sausages. Lovely boys. But yeah, the actual candle itself is green, which you can see here. It's a really lovely shade. And this is the wild mint and eucalyptus, which is a really nice fresh scent. So works really nicely in the kitchen. They also sent over some tea bags that looks like chamomile, which is lovely. Caffeine-free chamomile tea bags with hints of apple and honey. Lovely. And then this is a diffuser. It's got a bit of a blue hue to it, so I think I might pop this in one of our bathrooms. But that was a lovely delivery from Nest, New York. So I've done another all plants for my lunch today. This is the miso and tamari tofu bowl. Normally I put my all plants in the Aga. It takes around half an hour usually, but this one actually said best results microwave, so 14 minutes later, and here we go. I know I keep going on about all plants. So many of my friends are like, Josie, I've started getting it thanks to your videos and stories, and everyone is loving it. It's just so good, especially if you want something just quick and easy. This is not an ad, by the way. Obviously I do work with them, but this is just an organic shout out. Yeah, just so great to have things like this in your freezer, because days like today, you know, I can't really be bothered to cook anything, but I want something that's going to keep me nice and full for a long time and be fairly healthy. These are all plant-based chef-made meals and literally no work from my end, which is great. So love these. I believe my £15 off code is still active, so I'll leave that link down below. And now I'm going to enjoy. How delicious does this sound? Miso and tamari tofu bowl, Japanese inspired tamari and chili glazed tofu with edamame and lime smash, a daikon, carrot and cabbage slaw with mirin dressing over a bulgur wheat and quinoa grain mix. Yum.
They could have, you know, they just could have had such.
It's a few hours later now. We're back from our trip to Oxford, Dexy, and I have made myself a hot cross bun. Well, I didn't make it. Picked up a hot cross bun from M&S. I've just warmed it up in the Aga, popped some butter on there, and I've got a nice mug of mint tea. And we arrived home to this lovely delivery from Beauty Pie on our doorstep. So Charlie's got a good job for making some orange juice this weekend, and we have got their new launch. I found out that Beauty Pie actually launch a new product every Wednesday, I believe it is. This is their Efficiency Bioavailable Vitamin C liquid food supplement. Oh my goodness. Wow, so I wonder if it's a shot or take a teaspoon daily with still or sparkling water. Typical price £40, Beauty Pie members price £14. Again, if I still have my link, I'll leave it linked down below. So we've got plenty of oranges here to make some fresh orange juice at the weekend. And here we go, liquid food supplement. Dexy! Hot cross buns are not for sausages. Sorry, that lighting is awful, but it says to take 1 teaspoon with your water in the morning. So let's give this a try. Not that it's the morning anymore. Ooh. If it tastes gross, I know I'll just never stick with this habit. So here's hoping it's actually nice. That actually tastes like orange squash. Thank goodness, I might actually be able to stick with this. So vitamin C liquid food supplement with Quali C, natural orange flavour. Helps support your normal immune function, collagen formation, function of your bones, skin, teeth and gums, your energy metabolism. I need that, oh my goodness. Dexy, your iron absorption, your nerve health and your general well-being. Good morning, my darlings. Apologies about the quality, if it's even any different on the iPhone. Sometimes when I'm looking at the screen, actually, it's really good quality. So compare this clip to the next ones and the one after, and let me know what you guys think. I just heard a very suspicious noise down here. I actually bought my camera, there it is, into the gym this morning to film my good morning chat, and I've left the memory card in my laptop, which is very, very silly. But while it looks like a beautiful day today, it's actually the start of Storm Lewis, I believe it's called today. We've got a red weather warning here in the UK. This area is actually quite sheltered because we've got the chapel up here, and obviously our garden is a walled garden. So at this height, it's actually okay, but it's up higher, and where this way is just open fields, we do get the brunt of the wind, so I think we're in for a very windy day. I'm probably going to have to come out later and collect twigs and branches from trees and things. So there's your weather update for the morning. Last night it was super loud as well because the wind just kind of blows almost through the house and down the chimneys, so it's quite loud when we have storms here. So neither Charlie nor I slept very well, so we're a little bit late starting today, but even though it's blusterous, it's still nice and sunny. And I'm starting this morning with, I think I'm going to do a bar class. I haven't finished my coffee yet, so I brought that into the gym with me. I'm going to do a bar on the Vaha, and my gym outfit for today is the Pine Green Adenola set, which I showed you in more detail in the last vlog. My 10% discount code for Adenola should still be live. I think it's Fashion M10, but I'll leave it on the screen here. And you've only got until the last day in February to use that, so make the most of it, because Adenola don't do discount codes very often. And then this is my brown sweatshirt from Adenola, because my white one is in the wash. So yeah, this is my gym set for today. It's super comfortable. If I didn't have to do some filming later, then I would definitely stay in this all day, because I don't actually get that sweaty when I do Pilates, so I could just stay in my gym gear all day. But anyway, whose class shall we do? Oh, actually, I'm not going to do Pilates, I'm going to do bar. I've just put some conditioner in my hair and also fake tan spray on my face, so hopefully I'll give myself a bit of a glow up later. What time is it?
8:53. Right, I'm just going to do a fairly short one. So let's do a full body ignite bar. Oh, I don't know if I've done one with Ali before. Equipment chair. I like it when you use the resistance bands, but I wish on the Vaha you could search by equipment because I really like resistance band workouts. But anyway, let's give it a go.
Good evening and welcome to V Bar, Full Body Ignite. My name is Ali. This evening we're going to be working 3, 4, keep going, 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to squeeze the booty as we come to stand. Jet 2.
Hello my darlings, sorry about the mess in the background. I have got another Net-a-Porter order arriving later on today, so I'm going to leave it all set up like that so that I can show you another little try on with some good lighting. I've actually only got 7 minutes until I need to be on a call, so this is hopefully going to be the world's quickest heatless waves application. Oh, that's better, but first of all I've just put on a nice thick layer of Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream because my skin was feeling thirsty. So, excuse my shininess, I would say my hair is about 86% dry, probably still a little bit wet in the kind of like thick back area. But I've put my Pureology Colour Fanatic spray on, which is my conditioning spray, also helps to speed up the blow drying, and then 2 big pumps of the Kerastase oil. This is the tutorial that absolutely nobody asked for, but I'm going to show you anyway. And obviously I've blow dried my hair just with my Dyson Supersonic, creating a centre parting. You could part your hair wherever you normally part it, and then I'm just creating a little parting at the back here as well, bringing my hair either side. Please bear in mind this is going to be the 3rd ever time I've done this, so definitely not an expert. Make sure your silk sausage is in the middle, and then I'm going to clip it just using a grip about 2 inches from the front of my head. And then I want to have this side of my hair out the way. So I'm actually just gonna tie this side off for a second, just so that it doesn't get in the way of this side. Okay, now, so all I do is take sections of my hair about this big. The first few, I like to brush them through, tuck it over and under, and then grabbing this little tail, I'm taking the next bit of hair and then just holding all the hair together, and again behind, under, grab the next bit. I'm wondering if my hair's actually too dry for this. Don't know if it's going to do anything. Behind, under, trying to keep it fairly tight. Getting slightly bigger sections of hair now, behind and under. So we're basically covering the silk sausage. Oh my god, my call's in 3 minutes. Behind and under. Bigger sections of hair. Behind and under. Another section. Behind and under. Oh my god, you guys, I have the most embarrassing story in the entire world to tell you, but I can't tell it to you in 2 minutes because it just won't do it justice, but it is the most mortifying thing in the entire world. So remind me to tell you after my call. So we've got down to the bottom, and I've got a few little straggly bits, so I'm trying to kind of scoop them all and tuck them in to this hair bubble, which is one of my big silk hair bubbles from Nice Cream. Last time I did it, there was quite a lot of like zigzagging going on with the hair at the bottom, so I'm just trying to make sure that I do this a little bit more neatly this time. So that's the end of that sausage. Last time I did it, I noticed the hair started like spiraling away, so I'm actually just going to clip it, maybe this is a bit of a hack, to my dress, so that that side doesn't start unraveling while I do this side. So I'll undo this, quick brush, and repeat. Take a good chunk. We want this bit to be neat, so I brush it, tuck it, pull it under, grab another section about 1 inch thick. I've got a lot of hair. My hair is fine, but I've got a lot of it, so I'm taking fairly big chunks. This is definitely the driest my hair's ever been when I've tried to do this, so I'm just trying lots of different alternative methods to see which works best for me. Taking really quite big chunks now, so I hope that this dries. And obviously I'm doing this in the daytime as opposed to at night, so I guess I'm going to spend most of the day looking like this. Oh dear, I've run out of sausage on this side. Oh dear, and I've got quite a lot of hair left. This is a rookie error. Okay, I'm just going to have to take this entire last section and wrap it round. That is a real rookie error. Did not get my sausage positioning good this time. This is what happens when you do things in a rush, Josephine. Major sausage problems. Right, this is not going to be ideal. This is a seriously wonky sausage. So what I'm going to do, look at all that spare sausage on this side, is tie them together. I'm going to have to do it on this side because that one's not going anywhere. And I just tie them together because this stops them from unraveling. Is that going to stay? Okay, I'm going to go and join my call because it's 10:01. Oh bugger. I'll see you in a minute.
One call down and another to go, and then I'm going to tell you my embarrassing story. We're currently watching in horror as Storm, I think it's Storm Eunice, batters through the Cotswolds. We are only amber warning here, not red warning, but we have been advised not to travel, which is mad. As you can see, it's still quite bright outside, but these are all our new home oaks, and when we were on the call, now it's actually quite calm. They were literally like that. They're so bent over, and I'm just really hoping they survive. Look at that one on the end there. The old trees as well. I mean, they look quite sturdy. Then if you can see, there's actually some lovely cherry blossom coming on this tree here, but I think the storm is probably going to blow all the blossom off, which is such a shame. You can see the grasses down here all getting blown around, and some big branches on the yew tree which might come down, but hopefully our trees will survive the storm.
Oh my goodness, hello again darlings. It's now 2 hours later. 2 very productive calls, lots of exciting things coming soon, and it means that my heatless curls, if I hadn't messed up by doing it slightly wonky on this side, I think they would have been pretty good. It actually looks a lot neater than it has done on my past attempts. Oops. Charlie and I are heading to Daylesford in a second. We're going to go and get some ingredients for dinner tonight. We've got some friends coming over who are plant-based, so we're going to do a plant-based biryani. I love a chicken biryani, and I love a challenge, so I think I'm going to try an aubergine biryani for dinner, which makes my mouth water just thinking about it. Don't know why I'm applying my Biteri CC serum with a sponge. I don't normally do this. But, so I did promise that I would tell you my mortifying story, and I feel like so many people must have done this over lockdown. It's just such a like cliche thing to do, but I'm sure you'll agree my version is just so embarrassing. You'll instantly know where this story is going. So yesterday afternoon I had a Zoom call, or a Zoom event, Often since COVID, a lot of brands, when they launch something new, obviously they would normally have done an event in London probably, and invite people down. Sometimes they'll be the founder of the company, sometimes they'll be ambassadors, but now a lot of these things are on Zoom, which I'm very happy about, because obviously living out here, going into London is a little bit more challenging. It's not a case of just popping into a meeting anymore. So yesterday afternoon, this Zoom was happening, and it was the founder of a brand based in America, a very proper lady, let's say, very polite, very glamorous, and as well as myself, there was the UK PR company and maybe like 20 journalists on this call. And as I normally do with Zooms, like especially if I'm just kind of relaxing at home, I'll turn my camera off because I don't need to be seen, especially if I look like this. I don't need to petrify anyone. A few people had their cameras on, but mostly people were just kind of like listening in. And the founder was telling the story about the history of the company, and I kind of actually knew it already. So I was finishing doing some YouTube bits on my phone while listening to her telling the story, and then Dexy jumps up on the sofa, and I'm sure other dog/pet owners can relate to this, but I have a lot of songs that I sing just to my babies, and I would not even really sing these songs in front of friends. They're that embarrassing. Charlie sings them too, luckily, but yeah, they're quite dorky. And one of the songs that I sing to Deck songs is a loose term. So basically Dexy jumped up on the sofa and I'm cradling him, I'm singing him one of the songs. I'm singing to him, "You are so small, you are not tall, you are so small, you are not tall, you're my best friend, you're my best friend, you're my best friend." Literally exactly like that, probably for a good like 30 seconds. There are multiple verses to this song, and obviously you've guessed it, I was not on mute. So as soon as I'm finished singing this song to my baby, I kind of put my attention to the call again, and the very polite PR that's UK based is she says, "And just before we start going into the ingredients of the product, could I just ask that everybody make sure their microphone is on mute?" And I'm like, oh, what kind of idiot like doesn't put their computer on mute straight away? And then I look, and you know when your whole body is just like, oh my god, everything just kind of dropped inside me, and I realised that my serenade to my sausage dog, "You are so small, you are not tall, you are so small, you are not tall, you're my best friend." That whole thing had been heard by not only the founder of this brand, I don't know how she managed to keep talking throughout, but also 20 journalists and bloggers from the UK. So yeah, that was just absolutely mortifying. Normally, sometimes I'll join Zooms and like people are like chatting to their partners, or you can hear babies and children squawking in the background, but I have never heard anyone singing to their dogs on a Zoom. So wow, that was, looking back now, hilarious, but also absolutely mortifying. So if you'd like to make me feel better, let me know if you've had any Zoom related embarrassing moments or any kind of technological embarrassing moments. Let me know in the comments below. Try and make me feel a little bit better about myself. Can you hear the wind? I honestly feel like it's gonna take the roof tiles off this house. Now normally I use the Brow Fix from Charlotte Tilbury, but because the current brow pencil that I'm using, which is from Tom Ford, it is the Brow Sculptor, it's quite a mild brow pencil. It doesn't really draw in hairs, it more kind of like fuzzes the colour. So I've swapped to the Charlotte Tilbury Micro Precision Tinted Brow Gel, and this is very skinny and it really paints, it really puts product on your individual brow hairs. So if you want your brows to look fluffier and bring more kind of volume, it's almost like mascara for your brows. Like it really picks up. I've got quite a lot of blonde brow hair, especially in the middle here, and this really picks them up. Okay, Charlie's shouting to me to go. What time is it? 12:07. We said we were going to leave at 12:15. I have had this Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, the airbrush, for probably a year, and I'm only just hitting pan. Sometimes when I think of Charlotte Tilbury, I think, oh, it's quite a premium, and obviously it is premium, expensive brand, but then I'm sure this bronzer is under £40. When you think I've had like a year of use out of this, I really think it is worth it. The question is, do I take my hair out of this wild hairstyle and risk it not being completely dry, or do I walk around Daylesford looking like this? I think I'm gonna keep it in. I want my hair to look nice for our friends coming over for dinner, and I do need to do some filming this afternoon. I need to film the Sunday video for the day that I get back from Charleston, because we've actually got friends and family coming that weekend, so I get back Saturday morning and we've got friends coming Saturday afternoon. Luckily Charlie will obviously get the house ready and everything, but yeah, I definitely won't have time to film a video for the Sunday, so I need to do that today. Because tomorrow morning I need to go and get my PCR, and then we've got lunch with our friends Ben and Robin at Soho Farmhouse. So tomorrow is going to be a write-off for creating content, and it's a Saturday, so I shouldn't really be doing that on the weekend. Anyway, I'm sorry, I've been rambling so much. One final ramble is that I'm obsessed with this YSL mascara. It's really good. It's called the Lash Clash mascara. I love how it looks. It looks a little bit like my YSL sunglasses. Really thick bristly brush, but it's very good. So I've been just curling my lashes. This is crazy. It's so stormy. It's like blustering rain on the window, and yet the sun is coming through. Mad. Anyway, it is still a storm outside, so I think this dress is a little bit inappropriate. It's from Sleeper, and I should, in a few days' time, have a discount code for Sleeper Bits. So stay tuned. But for now I'm going to put some leggings on because it's horrible out there. So we've had to take a little bit of a diversion to get to Daylesford. I don't think it was due to the storm though, was it? Is it just a road closure?
No, I think the road's just closed for resurfacing. So.
Oh, I wonder if it's because they're doing that cottage.
Could be. There's always building work going on at that cottage at the moment.
Yeah, there's this really beautiful cottage that I'm sure you'll know which one we mean if you've driven to Daylesford. For many years it just lay abandoned, and I think the Bamfords have taken it over and they're going to renovate it, which will be wonderful to see. Now I was planning on taking my hair contraption out before going and walking around Daylesford, but I think it's actually still damp in there.
I'd leave it on, mate.
I mean, I do look totally crazy. I might take the clip out and hope that it doesn't spiral.
If you walk in with confidence, people think it's some sort of new fashion trend.
Well, I'd almost rather they didn't. I'd almost rather people knew that, like, I'm trying to get nice wavy hair for tonight. Anyway, this is the one time that I really hope that we don't bump into anyone that we know, because, yeah, not looking my coolest right now. But anyway, we're here. The sun is shining, which is great because we did drive through an absolute torrential storm. Oh, I can't wait to see what little plugs they've got for the gardening. It looks like they've got some nice bulbs. The gardeners have been busy. Look at this. Oh, that looks gorgeous. Oh my gosh, like light pink hellebores. Oh, we always come here. Like, we come here with the aim of buying an aubergine, essentially, and a few other bits. And I'm probably going to leave with a boot full of flowers. Gorgeous. They're not snowdrops, are they?
They're daffodils, aren't they?
No.
They are, they're baby daffodils.
No!
Yeah.
No. Oh!
They are.
I think they are, actually.
Yeah, I know.
I love these light coloured hellebores. They're gorgeous. Where could we put these?
We don't really need any more dark.
Really, I love these. I think they're stunning. Storm Eugenie disaster at Daylesford. Oh no! The stag is headbutting the hellebores. Sheesh kebabs. They need to bring stuff inside. Oh no! Ooh! Oh my god!
I think I'm going to get this lovely item because it's got this dangling ivy, and I'm going to put it in my dressing room because I think it'd be really nice to add a little bit of green in my dressing room, and hopefully in that corner behind where I film, this might actually survive. Once again, Daylesford providing the inspo for tablescapes. This looks lovely. Imagine giving your guests a little terracotta pot with bulbs in it as their place setting. And such great inspo for a centrepiece. This is essentially just a load of foliage that you could get from your garden or from a hedgerow, with a few blooms thrown in to make it more springtime appropriate. Maybe even just pop some little lamb's tails in there. So beautiful. How fun to put these together in your greenhouse. It's a little task for me for next year. Oh, how we've missed coming here for our inspirational visits. What were you saying they've not sold? The little table?
It's been for sale for quite a while.
Well, price on application it seems. I just love how they've got so many of these containers, whether it's terracotta pots or glass pots, with the bulbs coming out. It looks beautiful.
That's fantastic.
I mean, oh, listen to that. It feels like the roof's going to come off. This table here, wow, actually, once again, the dining table of absolute dreams. This gorgeous floral centerpiece. Look at these plates. Linen napkins. A layered bulb table centerpiece. Oh my gosh. Whoever designs Daylesford tables needs to rent out their services for dinner parties because, oh my gosh, it's just beautiful. Snowdrops in a trough, how lovely. Okay.
Bananas, they got bananas? Yeah. They can take a while to... Can you just open up? Yeah.
Oh my god. Shit. Can we drive around that car?
I don't want to risk.
Oh shit.
I don't want to risk this. Because it also, if you look...
So Charlie and I have just taken a detour to avoid the tree in the middle of the road on our usual way home, and there is an even bigger tree in the road this way. Oh my god. This is why it's useful to have a 4x4 when you live in the Cotswolds.
Even with a 4x4 though.
You can't drive over a tree.
Can't drive over a tree, mate.
Oh my god. Look at that. Oh right. Hello. Oh, sleeping cows. Good day to you. Adventure.
I'm hungry,
Yeah, me too. Thankfully, our third route is clear, but we are having to go around. Oh my god, that's such a shame. That's such an old tree. Wow, it was completely hollow on the inside.
Yeah, that's an oak tree, isn't it? They go hollow.
So sad. Well, that was quite the adventure. What do I look like? Oh my goodness. Can't believe I went into Daylesford looking like this. 2 of the 3 routes that we could have taken home were completely blocked by fallen trees. Luckily, I think the farmers are on it and they're clearing them. And even the third way home, 2/3, if not 3/4 of the road was completely blocked by another fallen tree, so we had to go really onto the verge, and we did pass a like tourist bus, and there is no way he's going to be able to get by that. So a little bit manic. I can now see why they recommend that you don't leave the house on days like today. If it wasn't for us going to get food, we wouldn't have left. But anyway, very, very strange. We just came home and there's these 2 people wandering around in our neighbour's private garden, and they're not friends of his. They're just acting a little bit suspicious, so Charlie just went up to them and politely asked what they were doing, and they suddenly got on the defensive, and then they started, as we were driving away, wandering up towards our garden. So Charlie's just going to make sure that they're not suspicious characters, and hopefully remind them that it's not okay to just stroll into people's gardens. But yeah, very odd. I'm gonna unpack the Daylesford shop and enjoy my lunch.
thinks his body.
Oh, it's smelly. Oh, it's smelly.
Hello again, darlings. It's a couple of hours later. I've had some delicious lunch from Daylesford and I feel like my hair is just expanding. It just gets bigger and bigger as the day goes on. Once again, apologies for the mess in the background. I'm going to be packing shortly, so I've got a few more outfits to try on, which I will do with you. But first of all, I'm going to undo the wild hairstyle. It did just ping out from where I had it scooped together underneath. One of the ladies working in the garden centre at Daylesford actually thought that this was the hairstyle that I'd gone for today, so I had to explain that it was part of the madness of the method of getting heatless curls. Anyway, without further ado, so I put these in, what time did I say it was? It was just before my 10 AM call, and it is now 10 to 4, so you'd hope, after looking crazy all day, that this is going to be worth it. Obviously I did mess up a little bit with the positioning, and this is only my third time doing this, but I do think I'm getting better each and every time. So I'm just removing the silk bobbles. I tend to use my older silk scrunchies because they're a little bit crinkled. Where my hair's wet, obviously it does kind of crease the silk bobbles, so you don't want to use any of your nice new fresh ones. And then it feels mostly dry. Maybe it's, ooh, that is a big ringlet. Okay, so my battery's about to go. I bet it goes at the pivotal moment. I look like Keira Knightley's father in Pirates of the Caribbean. Well, we've got a lot of ringlets. Ooh, it is still a bit damp in there. But we also have some major curls. I'm gonna have to change this battery. There we go, fresh battery in. So you can see the actual curls are really big and a really nice shape. But what I would normally do if my hair was 100% dry would be to brush through them, but because it still feels a tiny bit damp, I think what I'm going to do is do a little bit more tidying with my hair just down, and hopefully with it being out of the silk sausage, it should dry off a little bit more. So let me show you this lovely plant that I got at Daylesford. Oh my gosh, the lighting in here is bonkers. But I think what I'm going to do is put this lovely pot, which has got this trailing ivy, it's got some hellebores, a tiny little fern. I'm going to pop that in the corner over there. I quite like the idea of having some green cascading down, and this corner is in the background of nearly all my videos, and it's currently looking a little bit messy. Well, there we go, nice and simple. I think that looks so much better than the concoction of pieces that were there before. This is what I wanted, just something trailing down to add a little bit of nature to this space. This room definitely needed just a little bit more of the outside bringing in to make it a little bit more me, and I think that looks absolutely gorgeous. Charlie has told me strictly it needs to be watered once a week, so I need to remember to do that. We've got a few little bulbs coming through. You can really see the ferns on this side, and hopefully a few more hellebore blooms might come through. And then this is a terracotta pot which I think I found in Station Mill Antiques, and the eucalyptus and mint nest candle that I opened up yesterday. So that's a lovely little way of accessorizing this corner. Okay, so after brushing through the curls, I actually think they've come out really nicely. Once again, we've got some pretty big, fairly natural looking waves on this side, not quite as perfect on this side, and they do get a little bit strange down here, but actually, was it yesterday or the day before, I found that it kind of looked better once it had relaxed a little bit, so hopefully by the time our friends come over for dinner, it should have kind of settled into place. But anyway, before we lose this lovely sunlight, although the clouds are a bit mad today with the blusterous storm, I'm going to try on the other pieces which arrived in today's part of the Net-a-Porter order. And this is a mix of pieces which I have purchased. Everything that I showed you, was it yesterday or this morning, was purchased, but I also have a few loaned bits from them to wear during our trip in Charleston. Okay, so we are back in fashion video mode. This first dress is one which is something which I purchased from Net-a-Porter, very much with the trip in mind and very much inspired by my favourite blogger, and coincidentally she actually lives in Charleston, so I'll have a major fangirl moment if I meet her. I always refer to her as Julia Engel, Gal Meets Glam, but she's now married and I believe her new surname is Eberolsheimer. But I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation. I will leave her Instagram link down below, because whenever I'm umming and ahhing about a new outfit, I always think, would Julia wear this? And this outfit, it is a resounding yes. I think this is very much a Julia Engel outfit. So it is this gorgeous dress which looks kind of denim-y, but it's not denim, it's like a thick, fairly thick linen, and I think for the time of year and temperature that it's going to be in Charleston, this will be perfect. It's long sleeve, you're pretty much covered everywhere, so if it's a bit breezy then I shouldn't get too chilly, but equally for taking snaps while out and about, I think it is perfect. It was quite loose and a bit billowy without it being cinched in. It didn't come with a belt, but I've added again this Zimmermann raffia belt, and I think it looks perfect. Nice big deep pockets, and again I'll probably style with a basket bag. You'll have to keep an eye on my Instagram as to how I'm styling these pieces when we're away. Fit wise, the only place I guess that really matters is the shoulders, and it fits on the shoulders absolutely perfectly. You could be quite preppy and style it all the way to the top, but I prefer it a little bit more loose and open. Maybe I could even undo another, depending on how warm you are. But yeah, I think this is a perfect one. And then for back here in the UK, when it starts to get a little bit warmer, I think this is the perfect dress for countryside living and looking nice and feminine in a very timeless and lovely way. I think I mentioned these shoes yesterday that I'd ordered from River Island, and they also arrived, actually they arrived yesterday afternoon. Again, I'm kind of going for raffia style accessories. I'm actually probably not gonna take too many bags with me, maybe even just those 3 raffia styles, my Chloe Marcy, Prada basket bag, and the little Lillian Bean one that I showed you yesterday. So all of those should go with bits like this. And once again, I feel like these are very suitable for Charleston kind of outfits. They're quite high though. So up next, this dress has a really unusual silhouette. It almost looks a little bit halter neck style. And then you've got this strip of fabric which comes from behind the neck, and then you can kind of tie it in a bow, like this loose floppy bow around the neckline. And I feel like, again, this is a very Charleston kind of outfit. It has got, it's this kind of lovely olivey green colour, but then you've got these little gold metallic polka dots. So I think this could be a really nice evening dress. I have of course been doing a lot of research as to the loveliest places to go in Charleston. I'm probably going to end up doing a blog post with, you know, the most Instagrammable spots and our favourite places, but I've recce'd a place called Hotel Bennett, and it's got an amazing, very kind of 20s cocktail bar, so I can imagine that this would be the perfect dress for spending an evening there. It's a really nice length. Silhouette I think is perfect. The only downside is this strange little belt that it comes with. I've actually got it cinched in at the back right now with a hair bobble, and if I take it away, the belt is just ginormous, and I've actually got it on the tightest setting, but as you can see it's still much too big. It needs to be a good, I would say, like 10 inches shorter, because otherwise, without the belt, the dress doesn't actually have that much shape to it. So I need to think of an idea of how to shorten this. Very, very strange. Okay, so up next is this beautiful blue Zimmermann dress. This dress and the last one are dresses which I'm loaning from Net-a-Porter for the trip, which I feel very, very grateful to be able to do. This one I have a certain place for photographing this in mind, and I'm not gonna say where it is, just in case it doesn't happen. But let's just say this particular place is where one of the most romantic scenes of all the romantic films in the world has been filmed. It's an iconic scene, and I've already said too much, so hopefully Freddie and I are going to get to go there, and if we do and it's a nice day and a few things align, then it should be the most amazing place to take the most gorgeous photos and have a really lovely day. So I chose this dress with that location in mind. It's from Zimmermann's new collection. It's got the kind of iconic silhouette with the big sleeves, and then it's got some of their new design details, some of which I love and some of which I think are a bit questionable. So the questionable ones I would say are the chains. Not too sure about the chain on the neckline, and then it's got the same chain down on the hem, but then it's got the same gold detail but shells on the waistband, which I think is really pretty. I'm just not too sure how they all tie in together. I kind of wish this dress was half the price, but without those details, but still a really beautiful dress. And again, it's got, ooh, no, it hasn't got pockets, but I think it's going to be a really beautiful one for snapping around South Carolina. Okay, sadly it seems we've lost the sunshine for the day, so the lighting's gone a little bit yellow in here, but I'm going to start by showing you the full-length view of this outfit because it is the skirt, which is the next thing that I'm trying on from the Net-a-Porter order. I'd love to know where Zimmermann's obsession with the shells has come from this season, because this one has got a kind of, I mean, it is plastic, but a pearly looking shell in the middle of the belt, which I think is a really cute design detail. I think the place that we're heading to on our third night, which is probably tomorrow by the time you're watching this video, is an area called Hilton Head, and I think it's like a coastal marina kind of area with some really lovely, hopefully beaches and areas that we can explore the seaside. So I thought this would be the perfect outfit for dinner at Hilton Head. Again, you've got that gorgeous A-line shape, which I love. You do have pockets in this skirt, and it's another way of me styling this little white top, which I think is going to be something that I get a lot of wear out of on this trip. Well, unfortunately, we've finally found something which is not quite right. This is a dress from Stowed. Is it Stowed or Staub? Stowed. And I chose this because I thought it was going to be really similar to this dress that I took to Le Mas de Chavron in France at the end of last year. But unfortunately, even though it's the same size as that dress, I think the other one had smocking in it, which is probably why that one fits, and this one is unfortunately much too big. So this is me holding it in, and then you can see it's just far too roomy, unfortunately. I did think this would be really nice if we were in a slightly more kind of plain place. Even my brassiere is showing, somewhere where I needed to just have the outfit as the complete focus of the picture. Yes, I do take my Instagram pictures very seriously when traveling, but unfortunately this one is gonna have to go back. And here we have another one that I'm not 100% sure on. Again, I think it might be a size too big. I've already had to hoik the shoulders up quite a lot. This is another Zimmermann dress in a lovely linen material. I love the very fresh kind of eucalyptus colour, love the silhouette, but I'm just not feeling quite as much love for this as I have done for some of the other dresses that I've tried on. And I must say, there are still quite a lot of dresses still to go, but I think I'm actually going to stop showing you now because that's going to ruin all the surprises, and I want you to enjoy seeing the fashion within our Charleston vlog as well, which hopefully will be up maybe next Thursday. I'm not sure, depends how quickly I can turn it around, but yes, I'm going to stop showing you new bits now because we could be here forever and I need to start preparing tonight's aubergine biryani. My goodness, this is behind the scenes of Josie packing for, would you believe, a 5-day trip. I'm going to be away for a week, but I'm only going to be in America for 5 days. This is the mess that has ensued. I'm always so optimistic when I start packing, and I try and pack everything in my cute bricks case, but then I swiftly realise that there is definitely not enough space in there, and I always end up taking this massive one. Luckily it's really lightweight, it's from Antler. I've definitely got a pink one somewhere, but I don't know where it is, but I'm sure Freddie will take her pink one, so probably better that I take blue so they don't get muddled up. And I've got my snacks over here, yum yum yum. I'm not taking all of these things that are out. Gosh, what a mess. I'm going to do a little bit more trying on in the morning, but I'm just going to shut the door on this room for now and go and start cooking, lay the table ready for our guests, and deal with the rest of this in the morning. Hey, bunny rabbit. You've been a little bit scared of the storm today. I know, it's been so loud. So many funny noises and so many branches in your garden. Clever boy. So I'm now going to transform this dining room into a beautiful tablescape, taking of course some inspiration from the Daylesford tablescapes earlier. No idea what I'm going to do yet, but I'm just going to start cobbling things together and hope it looks good in the end.
Well, it's certainly not my best tablescape, but I've gone for a bit of a green and white theme. Well, to be honest, most of my tablescapes tend to go with this kind of colour theme. It'll obviously look a lot better when we've got plates of Indian food on the table as well. But I've used my, bless you, I've used my Maison Margot green and white plates with a little ruffled underplate, and then my linen napkins from Amazon. I've taken a leaf out of Daylesford book and put some terracotta pots on the table. My Amazon green glasses, you too, every time I pick up the camera. And then we've got one of our old candelabras, and I just grabbed some basil from the windowsill to add a little bit more green. When our guests arrive, I'll light the candles, and with some food on here, bless you, it should look rather lovely. Well, let's all go in the kitchen. I've prepared a little station here, and I'm going to make a rendition of the mint and strawberry G&Ts that Lila and I had at the Ivy in, where was it? Oxford. So I've got the Chase, pink grapefruit and pomelo gin, and then I've got an elderflower cordial, some strawberries and some mint ready to go. And then we are midway through doing a tofu tikka masala and an aubergine biryani. Got the tofu frying away there, chickpeas going in for the tikka masala. I'm doing a saffron rice here, which is going to go as part of the biryani. I can.
Please, do shut.
Note to self, do not use this dish.
Again, no.
No, for the tofu.
Not enjoying life.
No.